Well, good morning, garden friends. It's about 68 degrees and the weather feels wonderful. Welcome to my channel. My name is Leonila and I garden in Zone 9B, Houston, Texas. And this, where I'm inside this section of my garden, is my daughter Sophia's garden, which she collects roses. And now I do too. But she's a little one, so sometimes she doesn't come out in the video, and sometimes she does. She's 6 years old. So this one here, this rose that you see up here, is called Cecile Brunner, and it's by Heirloom Roses. And this was planted here, has not given us any blooms that I know of. Was planted in 2024 of March. And I normally keep all the tags of my roses, and sometimes I create some tags. So if I pan this way is what I call my little secret garden for Sophia, and then you go into the playground, her playground. And so this one here, this little thing, I had it like an arbor up here, and I removed it because it bent. Obviously it is made out of plastic, so it wasn't really reinforced correctly. So I had some help again with my sons that helped me, and we went ahead and put it here. So this Cecile Brunner, I think it's going to be another one of those like Peggy Martin roses. Like, you can see how it's going up there as well. Now this section up here, if I haven't talked about it, my son Victor, one of my oldest boys, I have 5 boys, and my little one Sophia. So one of my oldest boys created this for me, and I love it. It's for my pots and whatnot. And so the only default on it is that I don't put enough water in them. And for those of you that do know gardening, and terracotta pots are very porous, so the water is always going out from there, right? So yeah, these are very beautiful plants. I don't know the exact names on them. I haven't put on like names on them, but this one shines really pretty. It has a shiny, you can't really see the shine part on it, but it's really beautiful and it crawls a lot. This one is sage. It's a sage money tree, I think it's what it's called. It's really pretty and it grows very prolific. These plants here, you can just do a little cutting and immediately you'll have a propagation done correctly, like super fast. Down here I have some hostas, and back there in that corner, this one here, that is poinsettias. And you probably see that poinsettia's kind of dead there, but those are poinsettias. On Christmas time they turn red. This little turtle here is parsley. It's an herb, and I have some herbs down here. This one's rosemary, and this one's mint. This one's mint too, and this one's really pretty. This one I did put a tag on it, but look how beautiful it is. It is so pretty. So and you can tell it's dry in there because the terracotta pots, you know, make it so. Here's another one just the same. This one's an 8-inch terracotta pot. And this one here, this rose is called Queen of Sweden. So this is what we call Sophia's rose garden, this section here. We might not have a lot of blooms. This one here is Sconfrina. The blooms are barely coming out, as you can see there, but we'll see the beauty of them shortly, soon, I hope. Now, let's pan this way to the left. This is an herb, and this one's lemon balm. And just by looking at it and standing right next to it, it smells like lemon. Now this one here, this huge, tall, is called Compassion by Heirloom Roses. Look at all the clusters down here. And there's more over here. Look at the thickness of the branch. Let me see if I can grab this one. Hopefully there's no bees on us. It is just gorgeous. There's one more over here, and they're like in clusters. The colors are so pretty. So we have 1, 2, 3, and that's what the thickness of this rose is, of the stems. This one was one of my very first roses, and this one's called State of Grace. And you can see this happens because of the humidity here in Houston, Texas. Right now it feels amazing. It's like 68 degrees outside. So very, very lovely out here. That's Claire Austin. I don't see any blooms on her. She did have blooms. Ouch. She did have blooms, but they're gone now. And this one's getting more blooms up here. This is State of Grace. Now let's pan this way. This one's Bathsheba, and Bathsheba's really, really huge. And we have another one down here, and this one's stainless steel. And this one has given us blooms, but it's another one's shooting up here somewhere soon. Okay, here's Bathsheba. Let me see. Bathsheba, come back here. That's Bathsheba. And this one here is Litchfield Angel by David Austin. We do have one here, but it's not very, it's a climbing rose, I believe, this one here. So we gotta train it. This one here is Lady of Shalott. Lady of Shalott. And it's also like a big bush. It's also like one of these big bushes over here. So that looks nice. Lagerfeld by Heirloom Roses is this one here. Also has the leaves are not that great, but this one smells really great. And I don't have good blooms to show you, so sorry about that. And this one here is called Fragrant Plum, and it smells amazing. It's by Heirloom Roses. So pretty. And it grows upright. I like these ones that grow upright because you can almost put them anywhere, right? Okay, let's go back over here. I've been trying to get more stepping stones from Home Depot, but I haven't been successful in getting somewhere I go and shop. This one here is a new one, and this one's Summer Romance. So pretty. It's getting more blooms there. These are Gumfrinas. More Gumfrinas in here. So let me pan this way. This one has nothing. This one's Charles Darwin by David Austin. And can you tell on the leaves how they are? And that's because of the humidity here in Houston. We have really bad one. I just did a short video on this particular rose, And it's so beautiful, and it's Frances Mayland. And she's with Heirloom Roses. It is just stunning and peaceful. Super peaceful. And you hardly see any thorns on this one. There's one maybe. Some thorns there. Not very many though. And it also grows upright. I think it's about almost 5 feet tall. This one here, Frances Mayland. About 5 feet tall. And this one here is Peggy Martin. If y'all follow me on my videos, this was an 8-inch cutting that my friend gave to me. And she gave it as a cutting back in October 2024. And I'm trying to climb it. This is just, I think it's a crepe myrtle branch that I grabbed, and I put it there so it can help me climb it up the trellis and up to my little porch here. And back here I just have more parsley, cilantro, and I think other things there. That's the entrance of my house. And let's go around here. If y'all remember, I've removed, who did I remove from here? That I said I was going to remove, and I did. Gosh, I forgot the name of it. But I had a rose here, and I moved it to the front yard. This is Frances Mayland again. And it's really big and tall. And this one is my favorite. This one's Savannah. And Savannah, let's look at Frances Mayland, or Mayland. I think it's Mayland. Frances Mayland. If you look at her foliage, at her leaves, and then look at Savannah from Heirloom Roses, look at her leaves. They look healthy. So it depends on the rose, right? On the roses that you're looking at. This is Savannah. Every time you see reddish, and I'm sure I've said this in other videos, the red leaves, that means there's a bud coming. There's a new rose coming up here. And you can see it up here as well. And this one's gonna be a whole lot of clusters in there. Let's see if I can push this down. That's a whole big cluster. Sorry about that. There's more coming over here. So down here we have Distant Drum by Heirloom Roses. And turn this way. This tall big one here is Earth Angel, one of my favorites as well. And it's so big. So big. And really wide, right? No buds yet, so I'm waiting on those. And this one here is Moonlight in Paris by Heirloom Roses. And you can see the foliage on that as well. It's very humid. We are getting some buds right there. These right here are Lucy's Rose of Sharon trees, little trees, I guess you want to call them. This one here is David Austin, the Generous Gardener. And this one's the Climber. So it has a yellow tag. Every time you see a yellow tag on, every time you see a yellow tag on the David Austin roses, that means it's a Climber. And that's why I have it in a bucket, in a container, I'm sorry. So we've done Sophia's garden. Now let's go through the secret garden and get to the other section of the roses. And I got this little girl at Home Goods. She had like a little light hanging from here, but it was not on there when we purchased it. So this one's beautiful. I don't know if you can see the shiny part of this. It is so pretty, and it's a mixture. I think this one here is called Swedish Ivy. There's another one right there. Look how shiny it looks. It almost looks like it has glitter. And I just have some other plants over here that I'm propagating. So let's go through Sophia's garden. I mean, the secret passage that we call. And I'm growing some delicious tomatoes here. That's a fig tree. And this one needs to be in a bigger pot. So definitely, look, I'm already having little tomatoes, but I haven't had a chance. And I'm whispering because they demolished my back fence in my backyard, and they have not replaced the fence. And so I can see my back door neighbors, and yeah, so hopefully we don't see much of that, okay? But yeah, so I moved some of my pots and things down here. These are called Kimberly ferns, and they're for shade, but I have them in this section, gives a lot of shade in the morning, so I really like them here. And they're like for Sophia, my daughter, to play in here, and you know, have some greenery also as well. And these are called Mexican petunias, but the dwarfed ones, the little ones. And I do have Mexican petunias, but they're tall and they're bushy and they're very invasive. Both of them are invasive. So if you want to do a ground covering, you can do a ground covering with this. So let's pan this way. This is another little section that my son Victor created for me. And it's looking really pretty. Down there, I planted a jasmine. I need to do like put some type of wiring in here so I can put the jasmine plant on there, and it can smell throughout the whole back there, right? This one's an elephant ear. I forgot to mention that one. And some delicious tomatoes. Okay, so let me pan this way. I made a heart out of zinnias. I planted the seeds, and I made a heart out of zinnias. Isn't that cute? For my daughter Sophia. All right, you guys, and I planted more zinnias in there. This one is Rose of Sharon. And you've probably seen my short video of these are lettuces, and I'm waiting for them to flower. They're flowering. Hopefully I can get the seeds and collect the seeds, and then plant them next year and probably remove those. So here we go. I'm trying not to show you so much of my back neighbors because for privacy reasons, right? So here is the lettuce. I did a short video on these lettuces, how I let them bolt, and I didn't cut them on time. Buenos días, ¿cómo amanecieron?
Muy bien, ¿y usted?
Bien, con salud, gracias.
Qué bueno, bonito día, ¿verdad?
Bonito el día, sí. So this one here is radish, and I don't remember what this one is. And that is mint. That was one of the neighbors from the back. And let's see what we got here. Some irises and whatnot. I have some carrots, but they never grew. This is a tree, and it is Roselle hibiscus. This is a Roselle hibiscus. I think these are two. I'm not sure. I didn't even put a name tag on there. And this one's cilantro. This one's rue. And I'm wanting to get more seeds on this one. But this rue, I'm going to plant it in the butterfly garden. Here's a peach tree that my brother gave to me, my brother Mario. And this one's just an extra stick somewhere there. That one was given to me by a friend. I think that's fennel, I'm not sure. And I planted some hot pepper jalapenos there. I don't know if they're growing. And then summer squash down here. Some rebecchias that a friend gave to me. And petunias, the dwarf ones, some rebecchias in here. And this is the Mexican petunia I was telling you all about, but it's the long one. Now I'm gonna try not to show you the back fence wall. Okay, this one here is Floribunda cherish, and this throws in like a red one, right? So because what happened that they removed the back fence, I went in here and cleaned all this out. So I had here, sorry about the shadow, y'all. Okay, so down here I had a lot of roses, and I went and took them to the front yard because I needed to step in here. Right here I had Julia Child right here, and Julia Child was humongous, and I had to remove her and put her because she is one of the thorniest of all. Okay, and I'll tell you a story in a minute that happened. If you go to my post, you'll see a snake picture on there. We found a snake, y'all. It's not dangerous, it's not venomous, but it's like a rat snake, and I still got scared for my Sophia and myself and Anthony when he's helping me cut the yard and whatnot, my other boys. But anyway, so I came in here and cleaned all this out because I was so worried and concerned. But this is already going to give us some figs. This is one of the fig trees that my brother Mario gave to me. And you can see all the figs that are coming through in here. So I had to come in here and clean all this out so Sophia and I can actually come and grab some of the figs, I'm sorry. So I had to clean this whole section out, all of it. So some zinnias in there, I removed it. It used to be in here. Put them down here, but you can see that fence right there, temporary fence, because we don't have a back fence right now. So all these are roses. This is Bonica, I believe. This is Bonica. Let me go this way. And so everything's like moved around because we had to move it around because of the fence, right? This is a guayaba tree that my brother gave to me, Mario. And the blue thing you see there is plumbago. It's a new one, it's planted. I'm gonna get a white plumbago because I can't just wait to get a white plumbago. And this was on the fence, and yeah, the guys that took off the fence didn't put it, oh, they can't put it back until they put up the new fence. Raw doll is this one, and let's see, there's the flower of it. And this one here is, again, one of my very first ones that I did. It's easy on the eyes. The original tech is in there. So this is not Heirloom Roses or David Austin Roses. You probably could find it there, I'm not sure, but I originally bought it somewhere else. And these are the clusters. It's huge clusters. Look at that. Look at that, how beautiful. Yeah, and look at all these are coming also. And back here is Scepter de Isle. Excuse the weeds. This is Scepter de Isle. And here's the big branch that's coming. So huge. And this one, I don't have a tag, but I'm guessing it's Savannah, because look at the foliage, how clean and amazing it is. And we'll see what the more blooms that we're getting. Butter, what did I say, butter? Yeah, it's butterfly weed. butterfly weed. These yellow ones here, orange yellow, and those are going to be transplanted to the butterfly garden that I'm doing for my daughter Sophia. This is a tree, and this one's a persimmon. This is going to be delicious. This one here is Gertrude Jekyll by David Austin, and it's also about 5 feet tall. Let me see if I can get one of her roses to give me one of her roses. Whoa, I can't get her. Okay, but she's super tall. This one's a cutting, so we just put it in there. And these are Supertunia. These are Supertunia bubblegum series from Proven Winners from last year. So they grew back again. And this one here is that I thought it was dead. It's what is it? It is a bougainvillea. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm not going to show you because we don't have, I'm trying not to show you how they removed all the fences back there. This one here is star jasmine. So I'm going to grow it on the trellis there. And this is another fruit tree. And this one is a royal crimson cherry. This one here is a Desdemona. Where's her tag? Oh Lord. What do we do with your tag? Is it your tag back here? No, it's Emily Bronte. Sorry about that. Sorry, I named you wrong. Emily Bronte. Okay, there's my angel. And guess who this is? This is Proven Winner Sugar Tip Double Bloom. It's a variegated leaf. Look at that leaf, is so beautiful. And the blooms are so beautiful. Look, 1, 2, 3. You're gonna get a cluster of them. This one here is Supertunia Royal Velvet. I'll let the tag on there. This is a Peggy Martin that I transferred to crawl on this arbor. That one there is elephant ears, and this one here is, what is this? What is this? Where's your tag? I don't think I have a tag for this one, but it is a David Austin, I believe, if I can find the tag somewhere in here. Here's the tag. I don't want to get, oh my gosh, I didn't do a tag for this guy. This one is Princess Alexandra of Kent. Okay. And this one here is Proven Winner Sugar Tip. It's similar to that one right there. And this one's a gift from a friend of mine. She gifted me this one. I don't have a tag for it. Oh my goodness, but look at this one. Can you just admire for a minute these beautiful blooms? It's also a Proven Winners Pink Chiffon Rose of Sharon. It is amazing. And that's what that looks like. And this one's Texas Sage, I think. Texas, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's Texas something. And this one here is Silvery Vista Petunias. And that's where my border is. This one here is a pomegranate tree. This one's another tree. Oh my goodness. I don't even have the tag on this one. Okay, this one's David Austin. Where's your tag? I didn't create a real tag for you. Okay, I owe you the name on that one. This one here is Tranquility. This one here. It had blooms earlier. And this one here is David Austin Lady Gardener. And that's a new big pomegranate tree. Can't show you much back there. But I'm cleaning this whole section out. This one here is a mulberry, Australian mulberry. Here's another one, Australian mulberry. Let me go from the other section. This is another tree. I think this one is peach, I believe. Yep, this is peach. And let me go this way so I don't show the back papers. So I have a lot of irises in here, gomphrenias, Mexican petunias, the long ones, and some Rose of Sharon. Another fig tree. I'm cleaning this out here. And here is the mulberries. They're so sweet, y'all. Australian mulberry trees. I have 2 of those. And this is another peach tree. All right, y'all. So let me take you along this side of the house. I'm going to remove all these canna lilies. This is Roselle hibiscus. We're gonna try to get rid of this boulder because I'm scared of that new snake that came into our garden. And we're removing these canna lilies to place them maybe in pots. I wanna be able to see everything in the garden. I put bricks because I was getting so many weeds from the neighbors. And this is the section where I'm doing the butterfly weeds. The butterfly weed plants and all the other plants for the butterflies. This is going to be the butterfly section. This is Mexican petunia, the long one, the bush one. I skipped this one. This one's a diamond myrtle tree. Diamond myrtle tree. That one's another one over here. So I'm still cleaning. Forgive the mess. And this one's another one. I try to put them like side by side. And these I think these are gomphrenas. I don't know what this one is. Another fig tree, I think. And I believe that's salvia. I might be wrong. Not sure what that is. More canna lilies. I'm going to remove those. I'm creating a pot section here. I cleaned all this with a weed eater. I just got so scared. And I'm removing all these canna lilies. I did another section right here for Peggy Martin. So it's gonna be like a little trellis. And I have some vincas. Excuse me. I have some vincas down there. And I have 2 Peggy Martin roses climbing up there as well. So this is whole section my son Anthony and I were trying to remove yesterday. And this is where we found the snake. And so I'm cleaning this whole section out. And those trees, I took them out. And they're gonna be gone by tomorrow. But all this section I'm cleaning out because now we did not just find 1 snake, we found 2. And it was in this section right here. And I think that they're coming from that other section on the other side because we've never seen them before. And yeah, so I decided to clean this whole section out. I haven't seen them anywhere else around the house. And then I have some topsoil here. Hello, Sophia. I have a lot of topsoil that I'm going to be amending and replacing here. Hello, gorgeous. Hi. I did this pot that says Texas down here with some new Oh, this one needs water over here. Um, this one's called Superbina Sparkling Amethyst. And then this one's from Burpee and is Salvia Cathedral White. And then this one down here is Salvia. So that other one we saw is Salvia. And this one's from Burpee as well, deep blue. So here's more of it down here. And this tree, my brother Joey gave to me, and Jessica. They gave it to me in 2023. Sophia's on the swings. 2022 or 2023. It was like November 20 something. 22. November 22. And I haven't been super successful with it, so I transferred it into a bigger pot. My same brother who gifted me that built this for me and Sophia. It's like a raised little garden. And lately, I've been using it, because it used to be for my herbs. I've been using it to buy the potting soil, the potting mix, that is for containers. And I put it in here, and then I start planting and doing what I have to do. So this one's a new rose. I don't have a tag for it. And this plant here is a salvia. We need some water out here. More containers. This one's not giving me enough drainage, so I'm gonna grab the drill later today, and I'm gonna drill holes at the bottom. Not the bottom there, but like right here. So I can have better thing there. This here is supposed to be planted like for rain, and I haven't done it. I haven't got a chance. So I have down here basil, peppers. This one is a bougainvillea. That's a bougainvillea. Yes, ma'am. And look at you. Salvia Cathedral from Burpee. I believe this one's from Burpee. There's more salvia. I'm sorry, not salvia. Basil. That's basil. Kimberly fern. A pepper, I believe. And these are cuttings from that Julia Child rose that I removed. And I just threw out, I trimmed it down and threw all the cuttings in here. These are more plants from Proven Winners, and I just stuck them in there in water. I have some jalapeno and things that I'm moving there. Now this one here is Chile Pekin, and I have it in a pot because last year I thought I lost it. So I transferred it into a small pot, but it really does well if you plant it on the ground, y'all. It really does. It really, really does. So let me go this way without moving the camera too much. There we go. So this one here is a Peggy Martin rose, just like this one here that I have here as you exit my house. And the next one is full of comfriness. And you'll see Sophia playing over there in the backyard where her garden is. And we're gonna cut it here, you all, because I don't want to show the back since I have no fence in the back. But for those of you that are dear mothers, happy Mother's Day to y'all. Hope you have a lovely one and a lovely day, and you enjoy it. And here are just some roses for y'all to enjoy. We all have a beautiful day, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I wasn't too fast on the video and talking about some of the things out here. And if there's something that you liked about this video and I didn't talk about, yeah, just let me know. And yeah, and I'll let you guys know. I'll try to give you answers as much as I can as possible, if I know it. If not, We'll find out together, right? Okay. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day. Have a glorious day. Bye, everyone.